Good morning, Damu. Good morning, Venkat.
Good morning, guys.
Aman.
So today we are going to talk about a very interesting topic. Okay, movie releases online. Are theaters going to die? So of late, with the current pandemic situation, we are hearing and seeing that a lot of movies are releasing directly on OTT platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Hotstar, Hulu. All sorts of platforms are out there, and these movies are directly being released in the on these OTT platforms instead of theaters, which is the norm. So let's discuss if we think that the theaters, the physical screening of movies in the old ways in theaters, going to die in future. Okay.
Yeah, see, I personally feel that yes, the theaters as they exist today, right, they will cease to exist. They may resurrect themselves in some other form, which I don't know how, but as they exist today, I feel they are on their way out and they will die. And if you think about it, we have already seen one round of theaters being closed already, right? We have seen that. Like when I was a kid, there were a lot of theaters, which in my lifetime, in front of my own eyes, I saw the many of them being converted to, marriage halls and whatnot, right? So the big theaters have already been closed, many, and only
You mean
multiplex.
single screen theaters,
Yeah,
right?
single
Yes.
screen, single
Okay.
screens, and that is a trend. I feel now it is irreversible, and the same fate might befall even the multiplexes. That is what I believe.
That's interesting, Damu. So let me share some numbers. Okay. So one of the biggest players in this multi-screen industry, right, is PVR Cinemas, right, which we all aware of, right?
Yes.
So if we look at their share stock market price, right? So before the pandemic began, it was around 2,000 rupees per share, right? And as on today, the shares are trading at 1100 rupees, 1156 or something, based on yesterday's market data. So what I am trying to say is, in this horrible pandemic times,
Okay.
even the stock prices, right, they have reduced like all companies, but they have not become as if these businesses are going to die. The CEO of this PVR Cinemas has recently said that we expect that the business will be back to normal before the end of the year, right? And as the government has opened the cinemas, there is some movement, not as it was before the pandemic began, but there is some movement back in. So the business is the numbers, and the business money wise doesn't show that it's going to be wiped out. Your thoughts?
So I also feel that the theaters are not going to be wiped out, right? It is a little difficult time, but once this is over, once the pandemic is over and people get back normal, they will continue to exist. In fact, I feel that there will be an increase in the movement of people as soon as this pandemic is comes to an end. Here is the reason, right? So let's go back to a little bit of few years before, right? Why did the theaters come into existence, right? So they came into existence because people usually did not have television in their homes, right? They go to theaters for stories and entertainment, right? And sometimes socializing as well. Socializing is also one more aspect of theaters, because most of the people go in groups, right? And this is more a form of entertainment. rather than accomplishing a task of watching a movie, right? So later, they evolved into multiplexes, right? Many of the theaters that we have today, particularly in cities and places around the world, they are multiplexes, and the theaters continue to be the highest revenue generator for the movies. Theaters continue to be the highest revenue generators in box office collections, right? That is the main source of income for movie producers, right? So with that as the current, with that the state before the pandemic, right? After this pandemic is over, right? The theaters will come back with some improvement. Like if you look back, earlier theaters were single screens and only movie was the source of entertainment. Now we talk about theaters with the they come and deliver this popcorn and nachos at the seat, right? They are making it a wholesome experience on a very large screen, right? So the wholesome entertainment experience on a large screen, which is not possible in people's homes, right? Though the television sizes have continued to increase in the past, but there is the homes are only of certain size, right? They cannot accommodate the size of the screens that are present in the theaters. So though the content can be viewed in people's home on their mobile phones and on their televisions and on laptops, the size or the experience cannot be replicated at home. Okay? The theater experience cannot be replicated at home. So that is the reason.
Basically, the crux of your argument seemed to be that the experience, the movie experience, right?
Yeah.
So that movie experience itself has been changing over a period of time, right? When I was a kid, whenever there is a new release during Diwali, Pongal, and all, we used to go to the theaters. With the Rajnikant or Kamal Haasan movies, it used to be like choked. And I had watched the movie just standing on the sides of the movie hall, right? I am just standing, and it's like the theater is full of people, and all the seats are taken. Then they have put some additional seats; they are also taken, right? Then people have to stand. So that was the movie experience at that time. Why we were okay with that? Because that was the only experience or the only entertainment we had. End of the day, if you ask me, it is about the content, right? Not the content comes first. Only after that, the experience. People look for, okay, yeah, the movie is nice, or the content is very good, and now can I have something more on top of that to make it more enjoyable, right? So now that we have been forced in certain ways to explore this OTT platform, people find that the entertainment there is much more thought, right? They don't have the luxury of building up for first 40 minutes. They are just building up the hero, and then at the interval block they have some twist. The plot twist comes, and then the second half explores that takes the different direction after the interval, right? That is usually the format of our movie. That is going to change. People's expectation, they won't be able to sit because they have been exposed to much more thought, right? A thoughter experience on OTT platforms where they have to build up the tension at every point, right? Now, will they like to go back to theater and go back to the same kind of old format? I think, not. People are going to find it very boring.
So let me ask you one question, right, Damu? Before these OTT platforms became popular in our country, right? Televisions were already there with this cable network, dish TV, right? With 100, 200 channels. You agree, right? the televisions are there, and they are screening a lot of movies already. And a new release comes to television maybe in 15 days or maybe 3 weeks, right? It's already
Yes.
screens on the television in people's home, right? So even before the OTT platforms, the television was giving people personal entertainment. I'll call this personal entertainment, right? On their television sets. So why did the theaters thrive even before the
No,
OTT
they did not.
platform
They did
was?
not. Even because of TV, right?
Uh,
Many of
uh,
the single screen theaters suffered and they had to close down, right? That was one wave. The television wave came and took care of them, right?
no, I'm
Now I
talking
am
about
saying
3 months
that,
before, Damu. I'm talking about
yeah,
maybe
3 months before only.
8 months before. Yeah,
Do
but
you
then these
do you
movies,
think?
I do not
Okay,
agree.
let me
I'm
ask
sorry.
you a
Let me.
question.
Okay.
Okay, let me
Mm,
ask you a counter question. Okay,
mm,
do you think
mm.
there will be some new theaters built, like single screen theaters built?
I do not think there will be
So
single
I,
screen
I don't
theaters
think
built.
so. I don't think anyone
But
thinks
but
that.
but
Yeah,
what I feel is there will be some innovative community screenings. Like the way I agree with
no,
you.
no. I
See,
agree.
changes. Hmm,
Anything is possible, right? But we are
hmm,
talking
hmm,
about theaters as they exist today. They may exist in some other form. I do not know,
hmm,
right?
hmm,
But
hmm,
we are
hmm,
talking
hmm,
about theaters as they exist today, right? The
hmm,
way
hmm,
for example, in cities, how we go to
hmm,
theater, we go to this multiplex, and
hmm,
we have
hmm,
a certain, like as Venkat described, right? We have a
hmm,
certain
hmm,
experience to go with it, right?
hmm,
So that is
hmm,
what we are talking about now. And in my view, that is going to
hmm,
go out because the content will change, will have to change because people's expectations will change. And once you change the format, the interval has to be right, has to become obsolete, right? Because if you have a very taut screenplay from 0th minute to, let's say, maximum of about an hour and 10 minutes, 20 minutes, right?
hmm.
Then where do you place the interval? Then if you don't have an interval, then the snack, all those things will suffer. And also the other thing is like the cost associated with this so-called experience, right?
Hmm,
I
hmm.
feel that it will become untenable for people. So are you saying that I want to be entertained right now, or you are saying, okay, I want to watch a movie? I would think that you want to be entertained. And if you are interested in a police procedural, right, and it is like
Hmm,
excellently made, right,
hmm,
and you would
hmm.
rather watch that wherever it is available than, okay, I have to go for a movie. No, that's why I'm saying the nature of content will change, right? And if the theaters have to survive, they have to completely reinvent their content because nobody cares. Any of the movies, like, because what happened is, why I am saying this is, recently, because of this pandemic, certain movies which were made for the general theater release, right? They were released on OTT, okay? And
Mm-hmm.
many of them were trashed. I mean, they did not gain any traction because people are expecting somewhat different content here, right? They are expecting much more taut screenplay. They don't want this kind of drags like songs, dances, and all. They want a very very nicely told story in a you know very taut screenplay. That is what they are looking for. So once you are used to this, can you go back and watch some drab content in theater because you want to have this theater experience, right? I really doubt. I don't think it's overhyped.
So Damu was saying that, the content form that people want has changed, right? At any point of time, if you have some time, right, you want to be entertained rather than watching a movie, right? You just want to be entertained. That seems to be Damu's argument. Am I right, Damu, in this?
Yes, and as a result, the movies will lose out because uh, just for an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 20 minutes, right? People will find it difficult to go there, pay so much money, and then wait through the traffic, right? Whereas if you have to have this at least about 3 to 4 hours of time, right? You are able to spend in a theater, and you have this nice interval snacks. It's all part of that experience as you described, right? So when the content is not able to keep up, right, the experience will lose its shape. That's what I am trying to say, because I'm showing the release of a few movies which were made for theatrical release, but now they had to release an OTT platform, and they totally fell flat because of lack of strength in their content, right? So I am extrapolating that and say that, okay, if the same movie now releases in theater, people will not find it interesting to go and watch. If they are not finding it interesting to watch at their own home, in their own living room, right? Why would they go to watch that in a theater? And this difference has been made stark because of this gap, and because people were doing it as a matter of habit. Okay, yeah, like monthly once I go to a theater. People have this habit, right? Yeah, it's been a while, let's go. And now they have had some time, they have found alternatives, and they know that they can watch content of their choice whenever they want, right? There are so many advantages here that the theaters don't have anything to offer. That is what I feel.
Okay. See, my opinion is that these OTT platforms, right, they are definitely a replacement for television serials and series, right? However, when it comes to movies, right, only during this pandemic time, people producers will choose to release them on OTT, right? Once this pandemic is over, similar to OTTs are glorified televisions, right? And so similar to televisions, the movies will only be released after a period of time, right? After they have done a rounds in theaters, only then it will be released on OTT. Right? That is what I feel.
No, I agree with you, Venkat. Producers would want to release it in theater and all, right? But it's not about the producers, right? It's about the viewers. What do
So the point,
the theaters will survive if the viewers want it, right? Doesn't matter what the producer wants. The producer wants more profit, right? So what I am saying is viewers won't want to go to theater. If viewers don't want, like for example, if there was a movie Nishabdam, right? Well cast, and the premise is good and all. And then there was I know only about Tamil movies. Then there was your favorite Vijay Sethupath's Kappe Ranasingam, right? Every one of them failed spectacularly, right? So they did not take off at all. So how does it matter where it is released? My point is that people have been now exposed to a different kind of entertainment. And it is going to be like even in BC centers, the mobile data is going to only improve. Their ability to watch movies, the speed of internet, everything is going to only go up. And if a person in a village also, if he is able to watch something on his own phone, right? Why would he go to a theater? And anyway, he may have to go to a nearby town to watch a movie. For the experience, I don't know, because I feel content is the king. People want to be entertained, and on top of that, if there is a nice experience, that's good. But here you are going to have one platform which is going to offer only that experience, because you have to see another thing also. Why Indian TV does not have the variety of shows that you see in the, for example, the American TV, where you have so much variety, right? You have a GOT possible on American TV, right? You have police procedurals. You have something like this, Breaking Bad. So many great serials are there which are riveting. And if you have such content, you will not want to be watching some dumb movie in theater, right? So, why is it not possible on Indian TV? Because they lack the funds for one thing, and they need the variety of audience, which they lack, right? But now that people have been exposed to these kind of entertainment, they would want the same.
The content and experience, and content is not higher up in the priority for people. Experience ranks equally, first thing in my opinion. Okay.
Okay.
These things I want to bring forward. The second thing is the movies, right? People, they choose OTT platforms and they may thrive. I agree. However, the theaters and the community screening will still be powerful source of experience and entertainment for people, actually, in my opinion. Because at least I would want to visit and watch movie in a community setup with my friends, etc. Often, not as regularly as 1 week per week, but at least once a month. I would want to do that, actually, in my opinion. Okay, and the reason is, if we talk about the movies we have seen together. Let's say we went to that Kaidi movie, right? The more than the movie, the experience is what gave me more joy. For example, you and me were on the scooter, and Venkatas riding on his bicycle, and there was a rain, and the way we the way we sped, we didn't want to miss the start of the movie. Venkat was riding fast. We were anxious to reach that theater, right? And then we reached there, semi-wet, right? And the movie had slightly started already. Then the way the start, the screenplay was good at the start of the movie, right? The way you guys were explaining to me, and when the hero's entry was there, the people, few of the people were there, handful of people were there, but they shouted. That created that experience, right? And after the movie, we had a coffee. We spoke about the movie, how it could have been a better movie, but the story and screenplay wise, the director did not take it to the next level. We had the discussion. So my point being, there was a scope. I mean, the entertainment and content is one thing, but the experience and that bonhomie and then environment also is a powerful indicator for people. So at least for me, in my opinion, this community kind of screening, yes, I agree, there may not be theaters called as theaters, but maybe there will be a theater in a colony where our social group will go there and watch a movie, eat something, have a coffee, discuss, and come back. These kind of things, there may be a evolution of the way existing theaters are, actually, at the moment. Okay. One more thing I want to make is about the passion for cinema and actors and actresses. For example, I spent few years in Hyderabad, right? And the kind of passion people have for the heroes there, or their idols, right? The cutouts that are placed, and the enthusiasm before a release, right? People have every single screen multiplex has these huge cutouts. There are these fan clubs. People are, you know, spending a lot of money on doing this milk abhishekams, putting these garlands on these theaters, their favorite actors cutouts, etc. This is a big thing in India, especially in south of India, and I don't see a reason that this environment or this passion will go off with the changed circumstances, in my opinion.
Just expanding on your thoughts, OTT is just like a personal entertainment, right? Everybody in the family are on their way to watch something that they like, right? It is personalized, right? There is no shared form of entertainment, right? Earlier we had some television serials were watched by the entire family, but nowadays, if you look at OTT, it is more of catering to a specific type of audience. There is no shared form of entertainment that all members of the family can enjoy together, right? So it is only like some of the content are not kid friendly, right? And some of them are targeted only towards kids, right? All this, that's what this OTT players are doing on, right? Are involved in, right?
Yes.
Whereas we need this community shared kind of entertainment where the entire family can have a great experience together, right? And it cannot whatever OTT platforms come, they cannot surpass this theater experience, right? And I feel that the OTT platform is simply a stopgap arrangement for for releasing movies, etc., right? Theaters will not cease to exist. After the pandemic is over, we will know that there is a greater movement of people to theaters for all what they have missed in the past year or so. Yes, Amma. Yeah.
Damu, would you like to come in?
So why I think theaters will go extinct is a bit of a nuanced position I have, right? So basically, I feel that right now, out of every 100 movies that get released on in theaters, right? Only about 10 or less actually make profit. Okay, and these 10 also, 1 or 2 only go on to become blockbusters, which will sustain the producer and the entire ecosystem for the future failures, because movie business in itself, right, is something which needs lot of money, because it's not like just like think about how the software development evolved, right? Earlier we used to make one big release, right? And then work on it for years, and then there will be one big splashy release. But now we have moved on to this staggered release, and with quick releases with small changes, right? That is the lean methodology and all. Why? Because we find that it is easy to experiment, and we give up. In most of the TV serials, you will find that there is one pilot, and then they see how it is received, right? And if it is well received, then the series will go ahead. If not, they will have some 2 or 3 slots, right? Only 3 or 4 episodes only. So all these things are possible on one side, whereas on the other side, it is very rigid. Like once it has made, nobody really knows what is going to be the fate of that movie, till it is actually released, and then they see how people receive it, right? And so far it has worked because people did not have any alternatives. But my viewpoint is that now people have the alternatives, and the competition will become even more brutal. Now, if there were like 100 movies which release, only 10 of them succeed and 2 of them become blockbusters. In future, the ratio may be even worse. So how will they sustain? Because there is a huge infrastructure. Theater is a very big infrastructure. That is why single screen theaters closed down, because they are not able to manage. The same number of people don't come to theaters. That has reduced. The number of people who come to theaters has reduced. So unless something drastically changes, why would the trend reverse? That is my question. Like, the trend is that it is going down. Is there any dispute there? Like, have you seen a proliferation of theaters?
In India, there are about 1,500 movies made every year, from what I have read, right? And I feel all these makers make this movie not just for money, for making money. There is a passion factor involved. People are passionate about cinema in India, the makers as well as general public, right? So your point being, more and more, as better and as more competition happens, only people with better content survive. I agree that that is the true factor. However, the passionate people, the really passionate people, will also keep improving and making more and more movies as well, right, for the general public. Yeah.
See, I feel that you
Did
can
you
almost
So
totally
Damu,
discount. Yeah.
there is one more point I wanted to bring,
Okay.
right?
Sure.
From your argument only. You mentioned that there are series like GOT, the Game of Thrones series, right?
Yeah.
In that case, if it was so good that it can bring theaters down, then Hollywood should perish by now, right? Should have perished by now. That's not the case. There are theaters even in Hollywood that are continuing to make movies, right? That are continuing to screen movies. People continue to produce movies.
There
Then
are.
what is your argument there, right?
Yeah.
There are great, if though television is a great source of entertainment for them, why do movies exist in Hollywood? Because by your argument, if there were quality series and quality television serials and OTT series, then theaters should exist. But that doesn't seem to be the case in Hollywood. Why so?
Yeah. So that is true only to a limited extent. Even in Hollywood, the range of these movies has reduced, and they continue to reduce, right? And the other thing is, in Hollywood, they have found a format which works for the English, or any of the other market Hollywood movies, right? They have found a format which works, whereas they are not much different. If you think about it, if you look at it, one great episode in a TV serial, if you put 2 episodes together, that's a movie. That's a movie, right? Whereas in case of Tamil movies or Indian movies, they are totally different. What you get on the movies, right? That is totally different from what you can get on OTT and TV, right? So I feel that the content will improve here on TV and OTT to such an extent, because they have found that, okay, if I release the same movie on OTT platform, that's it. There are no takers. So what is left for them? They have to make more and more movies which they know are going to fail, or they have an access to a platform where they can experiment. They can start slowly. They can release. They can have a limited release and see if it is successful, and then go ahead full blast, right? So all these possibilities are here. So content creators also will move over here. right? That is my point. So you will neither have viewers nor have creators. So where is the business? Where is that model for theaters to succeed?
Okay. So can you explain? See, the OTT model itself, right?
Yeah.
Is right now, I feel it's a stopgap arrangement. There is not so much money in it as as you are portraying right now, that people will make enough money through OTT, right? The fact is that movies which cannot wait for the theatrical release, only those movies have been released on the OTT platforms, right? And clearly it is like, it is well understood that OTT platform releases, they do not make as much money as the theatrical releases. So why would a creator choose to do it in OTT?
No, they do not make money now, right? And they make more money on theater, but you are taking it for granted that people will go. But that is what we are discussing. No? It will not continue to be the case. Once theaters open, I feel that you will find it's a totally changed market, right? Where heroes are hyped up, and people are going there and having huge cutouts. All these things are going to get hit. That's what I'm saying. Because the content doesn't hold up. People are like, oh, this is boring. This is totally boring. And people who have been watching movies as a matter of practice or some just habit, they are going to fall out of that habit now. And when they go back, they don't see. Like many times you would have had this experience, right? You have some nostalgia. Like you want to go back to your hometown, and what a beautiful time you had, and it was like the school was so nice, everything. You have a lot of memories like that. But 10 years down the line, you go back, you find that it's not same. You are not able to enjoy that experience, anymore. If you continue to live in the same place, of course you would have continued to go to the same tea shop early in the morning, had that tea, and you would have continued to have all those experiences. But once there is a break, and then you have a lot of nostalgia for that experience, like you are having now. This movie experience, you are romanticizing that in your mind, right? But I am feeling that once you go back, you feel that it is nowhere near the kind of, hype you have in your mind. It is not able to match up. You find that you are bored. It's not really interesting. And that's it. You are going to, give up. You feel that it is not really worth the trouble for me to brave the traffic and go all the way, pay so much more money, right? Because don't forget the cost factor here. Cost is like orders of magnitude more, right? Instead of paying for one movie, you can probably pay an entire year OTT
That
fee.
is true. That is true.
Yeah. And you have all those movies, everything at your fingertip after that for the rest of the year. So it is a hot market where movies are not going to be able to compete. That is what I feel. And, that the technology will improve in those platforms which are in demand, right? And for example, the mobile phones are going to keep on improving. They are going to keep improving, right? In unimaginable ways. And the TV, if people are watching TV, and TV is something integral to a living room now in every home, and that is going to keep on improving. And you will have, they will be able to bring all the movie going experience, everything, right? It is there at your fingertip, right? Maybe the OTT platforms will integrate the snacks also, right? You want to watch a movie, have this movie experience, and they will give you a snack package, and it will be delivered to you through Swiggy, right? At the exact time that it is supposed to.
How can wait a minute, Damu. I feel that it's going a little bit a bit too much. It's the difference between eating in a restaurant versus getting food home delivered.
Definitely.
That's where the OTT and theaters, right? I think we can
so you
draw
have
some parallel between
this restaurant and food delivery at home, right? Now
there's a difference.
you have chosen to eat at home. You have chosen to eat at home because the cost of going to the restaurant is too high, right?
That's
so
not
you
true.
Don't,
That's not
you
true.
don't care about the experience anymore. You are like, hey, the cost could be very very deadly, right? Cost is very high going to the restaurant right now because it is a cost consideration, isn't it? Cost in terms of anything.
No, but he's itching to go to A to B and have that paneer tikka.
Of course,
yes,
of
exactly.
Course. As long
but I think this has to come in a different. This has to come in a different category. Home delivery versus eating out and restaurant has to
That's
come
what
out
I'm
in
saying,
the future.
Like,
right?
home delivery and nachos eaten at home and eaten at theater are same, right? So you cannot compare those two either, right? It is just snack that you are eating, like popcorn delivered to your home is going to be same, isn't it? Whereas if you go to a restaurant, you are going to get hot food and a variety and freshly made and eating in that setting. I'm not disputing that. Fine. As long as the cost is not prohibitive, you will continue to do that, have that experience. But if the cost is too much, you will not. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, but I agree, Damu sir, but the cost has been reduced now by the theaters, and PVR has issued a statement that we are ready to come back with the new pricing model, and we want to attract our viewership back, right?
Yeah.
So the attempts are being made.
Which means that, right? An industry which is under stress, when they are charging, let's say, 100 rupees per ticket, most of the movies are failing. An overwhelming majority of movies are ending up as flops, right? And now you are saying that I am going to reduce the cost, right? End of the day, it is the content which draws people. Like, in spite of high theater cost and a high ticket price and every other factor, in spite of that, humongous movie like Bahubali achieved a blockbuster status, right? They were able to make a lot of money in spite of all this because of the content. And if you have some equivalent of GOT in Tamil, in Hindi, right, at such a grand scale, my question is, would it have succeeded? Would Bahubali have succeeded? Do we have any, anything to compare with that on television or OTT? But it will happen now, I'm saying, because the money is going to reduce from them, and whoever wants to invest in entertainment industry now, they are going to invest here, not on the theater model where it is a hit and miss, and more miss than hit, right?
Yeah, you make an interesting point. I concur with you. The passion factor, right? No matter how many GOTs are released, right, in Tamil and whichever language, but the Prabhas fans, the Rajamouli fans, they will run to the theaters and watch. Is that not so? No, that passion factor you are totally, excluding.
Yeah, because I feel that it is a manufactured one. Before that, we had some, theatrical lots. What happened to them now? Live performances.
Theaters.
Live performances were there, right? Now they're just gone. They're we have in Tamil Nadu we had something called Kuthu, and I am sure every culture in India had their own live performance format, where maybe your parents went and sat the entire night watching and enjoying certain performances, right? And so
True,
did
yeah.
my parents, right?
I think in all
So,
the core,
where are
storytelling
they?
is the core. Storytelling is the core.
Yeah. So I am
Storytelling is
saying
the core.
that
Movies just eliminated all the other forms, right? Movies eliminated the other forms because
exactly,
it was possible
exactly,
to
because
record and reproduce.
it was because the reason is that it was orders of magnitude better. It was orders of magnitude better, and it was able to show a kind of dreamland. Whereas these are people who you know and live with every day, right? And they are doing something, right? Whereas these are like the movie heroes, heroines, and all. They're larger than life people, almost like gods. They are demigods, right? And if you think about TV itself, right? About 10-15 years back, no actor who is in movies will appear on TV, because it was considered a come down, right? It was considered a climb down. Whereas things have changed now. Any movie actor, if there is a suitable role, they will act in anything. They will come and act in an OTT serial. They may come and act in TV serial, anything, right? Why? Because people's attitudes have changed, and they are looking for performances. They are looking for entertainment. They don't care about this movie experience as such, and so that is why I feel strongly believe that this is going, guys. It's
When do you
gone.
think theaters will be gone, Damu?
Okay,
2021.
because you are a nostalgic guy. You want your nostalgia. You had some good times. You had some good times, and you feel like, oh, you don't want it gone, right? So the reality doesn't work according to your wishes, unfortunately.
Yeah. So in what year do you think it will go? 2021 or 22?
That is, I am not an astrologer, but it's happening is what I am trying to say, right? It'll happen, like as soon as this pandemic is well and truly done, right? You will realize that, okay, that is not what caused this decline in theaters, right? It is just an additional factor or a catalyst which has exacerbated the existing problems in that model. Is there any business which can survive at the failure rate that movies have? Just tell me, from a business perspective, is there any other business which has this kind of failure ratio and still successfully working? Like 100 is to 10, 1 in 10 will become a success.
Damu, I have heard the same story about businesses, right? Only 1 in 10 businesses will survive.
See, you can't compare apples with oranges. When I am talking about business, one particular business, you can tell me another business and compare. You cannot say business as a whole. Yeah, business as a whole, it has very low percentage. That is why very, very less people attempt it. It is true what you are saying, but that is why very few people actually attempt it. I am not saying this entertainment industry will go away.
There is also airlines industry.
You can compare entertainment industry with this general idea of business, but you cannot compare.
Can I compare it with the airline industry?
Yeah, compare it, no?
Okay.
It is brutally competitive, right? And very few people survive. Very few people survive, but it is an essential one. And people are trying in different formats. Does it mean that each of those companies will not go bankrupt? There are so many companies which have gone bankrupt. I am saying that these movies particularly are just one such company. I'm not saying flying will go out of business. Flying will be there because it is convenient and people need it. And entertainment will continue to exist because people dearly need it all the time. But movies and going to theater is one kind of flying. One particular company like a Kingfisher, right? Where they, just to take your own thing, like that they try to give that flying experience. We all know what happened. People said, I don't care about that experience. I just want to get from here to there in a safe manner in the shortest time possible, right? And they ditched Kingfisher, right? They tried to give that experience. I am sure all of us have received those Kingfisher pens, right?
Earphones and all.
And all. We were happy. But when we want to fly, we go there to make my trip and see which is the cheapest flight. And not say, okay, let me go for Kingfisher experience. Let me take one more earphone and pay 2,000 rupees more. Right? Would anyone do that? Did anyone do it? And if large number of people did that, they would not have gone out of business. Right? But large number of people didn't. That is what I'm saying. Large number of people, people sufficient in numbers will not care about this movie experience and willing to shell out so much more money. And as a result, they will not be able to muster more money. They will not have money for rotation and they will die a quick death.
All right. I think we discussed this well enough, right? Aman and I feel that the theaters are going to continue primarily because of their the experience that cannot be matched in other forms, right? And Damu feels that the content of OTTs will become much better over a period of time, right? And that in turn will drive the theaters out of business, right? So I think it was a good conversation that we had. I think only time will tell, which of these prophecies will become true, right?
Yeah, I would like to make a prophecy that, today is October 24th. Maybe before, in the next October, right, we all three of us will be in a movie theater watching a Rajnikant movie, right, with popcorn in our hand. This is what I feel. Let's see. Only time will tell.
No, I don't disagree with that, right? But the three of us are not a business, right? We cannot sustain the theater business on our own. The three of us will do.
Yeah.
And that may be one of the last few, experiences that we have in a theater, unfortunately. That is my point.
Let's see.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Interesting discussion. Yeah. Good day. Bye.
All right. Bye. Bye.